Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have two stories from two countries in two different generations, yet very connected. But first, I must tell you what I like to do at the end of each story. I like to give a shout out to 3 of my active subscribers for watching and engaging in my content. If you want to be mentioned, all you have to do is subscribe, watch and engage. That's all. Easy, right? Okay, back to the story. What is this thing and what is it used for? If you're an African, you're probably thinking that is used to keep the dead from running away. Or maybe they don't want to rest in peace, so their families cage them. If you think this way, then you are creative. But that's not what these metal bars around the grave is meant for. It's called a Mortsafe. A Mortsafe is a design and materials used to deter or prevent theft of deceased body from a cemetery, graveyard or other burial locations until the corpse suitably decomposes. During the 18th and 19th century, grave robbing became a big business across Great Britain and the US. The fact that certain medical schools would pay for fresh corpse only fueled the practice. People used many ways in which to protect their dead ones. I mean, I don't blame them. Think about it. Maybe putting a gate around the dead body is the only way to preserve them. Otherwise, someone will come in the middle of the night, pick it open, steal the dead body and go sell it to medical schools and you won't even know. So it's not like the dead does not want to rest in peace. Some thieves don't want them to rest in peace. It's important that we understand it this way, okay? Now, in order to protect the body before burial, friends will be assigned to walk in shifts, sitting in the same room as the corpse so as not to leave it alone. Imagine going through something like this just so that you can watch your loved one not get stolen. So you people have to take turn to watch the body as it decomposes. Watch it. What a task. What a creepy task. Okay, so after burial, the families would hire or organize a group to watch the cemeteries at night, or if financially able, would use a Mortsafe to protect the grave. So in as much as this thing looks common, it wasn't for everybody. It was only for rich people. If you ask me, I mean, think about it. For you to pay for that kind of bar, it's going to cost a lot of money. For you to hire people to sit and watch your loved one, it's also going to be very expensive. So this was a cage made of iron that covered the grave until the body was decomposed enough to no longer be valuable to medical schools. Now, many communities shared the cost and passed around a Mortsafe or rented one from the church. So you have the church also having them as a rental equipment. When your loved one dies, you go and borrow from the church, put it there. Once they are done decomposing, you take it back. Most were assembled at the grave because of the excessive weight. I don't even want to imagine people carrying that thing around. In Scotland, for example, the problem of grave robbing was stepped up when the most unscrupulous turned to murder rather than having to dig up a body. So imagine, since they could not break into this Mortsafe because it's iron bars, they decided to start killing people. They kill, they steal, they go and sell to medical schools. The criminals just had to improvise, you know. In 1828, 2 Irishmen who had separately settled in Edinburgh, William Buck and his accomplice, William Hare, committed a series of murders in order to provide a fresh supply of cadavers to Dr. Robert Knox, an anatomy teacher of the Medical School of Edinburgh University. Soon, the shortage of sick people caused Buck and Harry to lure prostitutes and the poor elderly to lodging house to kill them by suffocation. When they delivered the bodies to Dr. Knox, he never questioned where they were acquired from. Okay, let's pause it there for a second. Few days ago, a 38-year-old Nigerian man, Ebuka Enuma, was arraigned before a Yaba magistrate court in Lagos on Tuesday, May 31st, for allegedly being in possession of a human skull. It was gathered that the suspect, who lives in the Bariga area of Lagos, stole the skull after he broke into a cemetery and excavated an old grave on May 13th. Do you see where I'm going with this? Prosecution counsel Rita Moma said Enuma was nabbed while trying to leave the cemetery. So the man, however, pleaded not guilty to the charge against him. The presiding judge admitted him to bail in the sum of 300,000 naira with 2 sureties. The case was adjourned to June 28, so it's still coming up. In another news, a man identified as Kushimo Lukman, a mortuary attendant, has been arrested in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, for cutting off the head of a deceased boy. Kushimo was arrested by men of Ogun State government-owned security outfit known as the Mortsafe Corps. The Mortsafe Corps said the suspect was an acclaimed mortuary attendant. So the suspect was arrested by the officers after he had beheaded the corpse of a male minor at the cemetery in Abeokuta. So the suspect was quoted to have said that the parents of the boy, who came from Ibadan, sought his assistance as a mortuary attendant to get the boy buried. Then he said he buried the boy's body inside the cemetery in the presence of his parents. However, the mortuary attendant was said to have later gone back to the cemetery at around 6 a.m. on Tuesday to cut the boy's head, and he was caught after the fierce fight with the Mortsafe officers, who later overpowered him. So this man confessed that the fresh head was requested for by one chief Oluchi at the rate of 50,000 naira, saying it was supposed to be delivered to him at a designated point within Abeokuta. Another shocking discovery is that both men have been doing this for a while, not until they were caught. So in 18th century, men stole dead bodies off the ground to sell to medical schools, while these Nigerian men sold theirs for money ritual. Do you see the connection? Okay. Whew, what a story. Today's shout out goes to Chinedu Ozulumba, Suzanne Boniford, and Harry G. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate your support always. To my subscribers, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like my video. If you enjoy short, scary videos, then follow me on TikTok too. I even shared the story of an armless and homeless man who stabbed a tourist. How did he do it? Strange, right? Go check it out. Thank you for watching and have a good day.